This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners R Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
Oh,
It is a big show today.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a big show. Dun-dun, dun-dun. It's the last of the shows where essentially, I'm not going to say the word wasting your time, but where the league isn't happening. And it's genuinely only been about six episodes.
We don't have a lot of downtime.
There's not a lot of downtime in professional football anymore. But
We're back.
ironically, yeah, we've had a lot of transfer speculation. We've been I'd say somewhat busier,
Busier than usual.
than you would expect, especially when there's no tournament going on or anything like that. So this is the last week where we can kind of talk about our thoughts and feelings on the upcoming season.
Express our feelings.
Because next week will be a preview episode for game week 1 against Manchester United at Old Trafford.
Oh.
So that means today we got to get to our big, bad, bold predictions. So today, guys, this is going to be almost like a show format. We are going to give our predictions for these things upcoming. Our bold Arsenal prediction, a bold league position,
General League.
a bold league prediction was the word I was looking for. I'd said it multiple times. An Arsenal transfer that hasn't happened yet, a league transfer that hasn't happened yet, golden boot, golden gloves, top 4, bottom 3, and what we deem as success for us for the Arsenal season upcoming.
Oh, yes.
So we're both going to have that. At the end of the season, we'll go through them like we did this year, where I think I had Forest going down. That's probably as bad as it got. Joe got quite a lot right. I think he got the top 4 right, maybe.
I did all right.
Joe did really well with it. But
Gas no breaks with it.
yeah, so essentially we're going to start, I'm not going to overly egg the pudding that we've played a couple, like we played Tottenham since.
We ignore that one.
We played exactly like we did last year. They scored a goal that was clearly a foul from the halfway line. There's not much really to talk about other than it was another bit of fitness.
Yeah.
Dowman looked good. And the only thing I would say for anyone that wants to sleep peacefully is the players we bought to stop teams doing what they did to us, which most teams do in the league now,
Yeah.
aren't playing. Gyökeres played for 15 minutes at a point where they were in a low block and he had no space to do anything.
No.
But also had no time. He also clearly isn't up to fitness yet.
No.
And the other player was Madueke. I think Madueke has been brought in strictly to be that kind of game changer wild card that when teams sit back, he does something a little different.
Yeah.
He zigs when we zag. And I think those two, and potentially Eze coming through down the line as well, they're the players that are to change this team against teams that do that.
Yeah.
And none of them are really playing.
No.
So, of course, we played exactly how we always do, and nothing's really changed.
Yeah, it wasn't really a true perspective of how it's going to look in the season.
No, I don't think so. I feel quite confident that it was just a fitness test. We were clearly the better team, but they did have, I'd say, 3 chances in the game. They scored 1 of them. It was a foul. The other 2 were from set pieces, which is a worry. When we haven't got Gabriel, we do look susceptible to conceding set pieces.
Yeah.
And we also look susceptible to not scoring set pieces when Gabriel's not playing.
I'm going to be honest, that game, it didn't pass me by, but I was at work when the game was happening. I assumed it was in the evening.
Yeah.
And I was going to be able to, settle into watching it play out on X or something.
Yeah.
I was at work. I just checked my phone randomly, and it just popped up. Arsenal have lost 1-0 to Spurs, and Spurs have a trophy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also Richarlison tagging Gabriel in the man of the match. Gabriel's not playing. The reason he did that was because Gabriel tagged him
Yeah.
ages ago
Yeah.
with the man of the match.
Yeah.
So Gabriel just responded with the 3 legit Premier League man of the match trophies and tagged him back in it.
Yeah.
Like, did he think the flex was having a man of the match performance? Not against Gabriel. In a pre-season match.
They got a clutch at straws, those Tottenham lads.
They're such a strange team. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, there's not much to talk about. They're back now. They're training in London. Madueke and Gyökeres both in full-time training.
Yeah.
The only player that isn't training now, I think, is Calafiori. So that's a worry because he went down hurt. They said it wasn't a big deal, but he's still not training.
He looks good in the third kit, though.
He does. I do worry we've got a Tomiyasu on our hands potentially there because he's an unreal player. I like Tommy. But I just don't know if he's going to play enough football.
Yeah.
You know,
Time will tell.
time will tell, and I do think maybe that someone brought up a really good point. This is before we're going to get to the predictions in a moment. That's going to be the majority of the show. That some people don't like the output in which Odegaard has, and they want someone else to do that.
Yeah.
That's different, and they worry about our left-hand side because everything is right-hand side with Arsenal.
Yeah.
And someone said, what if they just flipped Odegaard and Rice, the left eight and the right eight, and switched them? Because they said Martinelli holding his width would probably benefit from Odegaard being over there playing balls between the centre-back and the full-back.
That's true, yeah.
And then on the right side, where it's all Saka coming in field, wouldn't it make sense to have the guy who's willing to go beyond
Yeah.
and run beyond and overlap in Rice?
And the guy he probably links up with England quite a lot more as well.
But and I kind of thought, when I heard that, I thought, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Because Odegaard, Saka and Ben White or Timber, they're very similar in the sense that they all want to come up with something very interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas Rice will just overload the back and just run beyond to take men away from Saka. Whereas Odegaard's not going to run beyond Saka ever. He's going to try and play it.
I wonder how doable that actually is.
I don't know. And when I heard it, I thought, that makes a lot of sense. And therefore, it'd also be a lot easier to rotate because if you do bring an Eze in, maybe he comes in for Odegaard on that left eight.
True.
And he's working with that side. And Madueke is similar to Martinelli, but Madueke does like to come in field a lot more.
That's true. I don't know. I would have thought Arteta's probably thought about this.
I'm sure he has.
If anyone's had a real think about the Arsenal team, I trust the process still.
Yeah, I think for me as well, I think maybe I'm not thinking about something because I'm not a manager.
I've never thought about that though. That's a good point.
But yeah, once I read it, I remember thinking, I was like, that makes stylistically that makes so much sense to get more people involved in the game because we're so right side heavy.
Yeah, and it throws off other teams because they're not expecting it unless they listen to our podcast.
We got a fly there. How big is he?
Make a lot of noise.
I think that's getting picked up on the mic. That is large.
That was loud.
Luca's not going to like that fly.
There's Arteta's a fly on the wall.
I'm going to get him, Joe. Keep talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
You're in panic station.
I'm not in panic stations. I'm relaxed. We're talking about Arsenal. It feels good. I think I never thought about that. He's left. He's left the building. I think we're capable with a team that can shift positions as comfortably as we can. We've got a lot of players that can play different positions. There's no doubt in my mind that they're able to do that because we move certain positions forward when we need to and drop certain people back. We move people across when other people someone described it recently that our midfield kind of rotates like a well-oiled engine.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they can't shift sides. They don't have to go around in a circle. They can shift sides, left to right.
If you remember the end of last season, do you remember Martinelli's side to come in field a lot down the centre?
Yeah.
And Moreno would pull out left.
Yeah.
And Saka was going a bit central.
Yeah.
And people were going out wide. I don't know, it was more interchangeable even at the end of the season. They were kind of dabbling. The only thing they never did was Odegaard and Rice never switched sides.
No,
I don't know why. Considering the right foot is on the left, the left foot is on the right.
Yeah.
I know that does kind of make sense for football.
Yeah.
But I don't know, stylistically it did make a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
maybe we'll try it tonight, who knows?
Yeah.
And before we move on, because obviously this episode, like I said, is going to be all about predictions.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching tonight against Villarreal. Madueke should get minutes.
Yeah.
Gyökeres should get a lot more minutes than he has had, I hope.
We've got game up and firing.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see everyone at the Emirates kind of... I don't know, I just want to see him because it's always tough with preseason because sometimes you don't ever see the actual 11.
No.
And then day one, the 11 starts and you go, they haven't played together yet.
And even if they do play together, they don't always go 100 miles an hour.
No, and you just worried that, Gyökeres, when he got on the other day, he had Dalman and Nelson up front.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing the 100% with him, and the person setting him up was Winery.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Odegaard. And so you kind of go, I almost want to see tonight, even if it doesn't make any sense, the first half start with Zubimendi, Odegaard and Rice.
Yeah.
And Gyökeres, Madueke and Saka, and just go, that's kind of what we all got in our head as maybe the starting six. And I kind of want him to just play that. And even if at half time he changes, maybe like Havertz for Gyökeres, and he does Madueke for Martinelli, and he does maybe Norgard for Zubimendi, Winery for Odegaard, and then leaves it again. And then with 20 minutes to go, he then removes Rice for Moreno, and he brings Saka off for Dalman.
Yeah.
And he brings maybe Salmon on for Kivior, sorry, because Kivior will have to start.
Yeah, just get a solid 45 minutes at the start of
Yeah.
what we're to expect from the season
Yeah.
to come, just so we get a little taste.
That's what I mean. I kind of want to see it like, and I don't want it at like 80 minutes. It happens for like a minute before there's another set of changes. Because that's what always happens. You kind of, there's always a moment where you go, oh, this is close.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later, he makes another load of changes and it goes back. And you think, I'm not seeing what Norgard looks like in the 11. Or I'm not seeing Madueke in the 11.
Yeah.
I'm seeing him in a subset version.
Do you think they worry if they do like the starting 11 how it's going to look going forward? Is that too much homework for Man United to take home just to see how that works and who does what?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Joe, I don't know.
Because I'm sure Man United have got the membership pass on Arsenal's website to watch these games.
Oh, no doubt. They'll be watching. The
Do
main,
football teams have to do that, or can they just request footage?
I think they could probably request footage of teams you're playing.
Yeah.
But saying that, I watched some of the highlights of the Man United. I think it was Everton or Bournemouth. I can't remember which the last one was. Was it Bournemouth? I'm completely lost on what's happening. But it was one of them. And they still look scarily open in the mid.
They've got a lot of
In the
problems.
midfield.
Yeah, it's a deep problem.
That I think if Zubimendi, Rice and Odegaard do start that game and
Yeah.
they can try to dictate that kind of space in between, someone like Madueke could, I genuinely believe Madueke could be a real nightmare for Man United.
Yeah.
If they can give him space,
Yeah.
because he really is direct. Really excited about Madueke.
Yeah, Man United are messy, but I mean, you never know when two teams like that come together in the Premier League that are like long rivals.
You just don't know, do
They
you?
just pull it out the bag all of a sudden.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I think at the weekend we have Athletic Club, I believe. We'll be at Comic Con
Yeah, we will.
wrestling over the weekend.
Not the
So
Emirates Cup this time.
We won't be at the Emirates Cup. So I'll be watching the highlights when I get in, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's on at 6. I wonder if we're home by 6. That'd be interesting. The no, it's not. It's 5. It's
Is
5. It's 5 on Saturday.
Saturday, we got two shows.
We're definitely not making the Saturday. We've got
No,
two
no.
double header on Saturday. Got a daytime show and an evening show, so I think we'll be struggling.
Yeah.
But I'll be watching the highlights, no doubt. And also, I think this is a really nice time to bring up the new season is starting. So I just wanted to bring up that we've been kind of mentioning that we're going to change the format a little bit. So this upcoming season on the Wednesday, you're still going to get Gunners Are Us with Joe and I. We're going to have guests on here and there, like Elton Prince from the WWE. Bruno is Dunzo, is the Man United correspondent for this show. We're going to try and get Gunner Blog on air this year.
Yep.
I'm reaching out to him. And Simon Miller, obviously, who's a part of the Gunners Are Us family, he's actually going to have his own show on this podcast feed.
Nice.
So you don't have to download a new podcast. It's going to just jump up on this podcast feed.
Fantastic.
It's going to be Miller Mondays.
Yes.
And Miller Mondays are going to drop every Monday. And it's going to be just his roundup of the weekend's action.
Good stuff.
So fresh off of the weekend of football, he's going to give you anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour of his thoughts and processes and what he thinks. And I'll go up on the regular Gunners R Us feed. And then the Wednesday show will be the usual. And then the Patreon, like I said, has been made. We'll be getting to that soon and we'll promote it when it's ready. But we have ideas of obviously ad-free shows, both of these shows, as in Miller Mondays and ours. Plus, we'll be adding, I'm going to say, because it'll be a lot of me doing a lot of solo ones, I would have thought, positionally wise, because of where Joe lives. But I'm probably guaranteeing 2 extra episodes a week.
Yeah.
As far as just chatting about stuff, potential interviews with people about the games coming up,
Yeah.
previews, reviews, like football player spotlights where we kind of talk about a player for a bit. All this stuff's going to be on the Patreon and it's all going to be ad free. Plus, there's something coming down the pike, which is going to be that every month, everyone that's on the Patreon will be in a raffle to win a graded Arsenal card.
Oh.
Because we obviously do Whatnot with
Yeah.
Peppercorn Sports Cards. We have a lot of Arsenal cards. We have a lot of graded cards. So once a month, we'll do almost like a raffle on the Patreon where we pull a random name from the Patreon and you'll get sent a graded card to your house free of charge. So that's kind of the idea of the Patreon. And obviously, if we can build this community, and let's say you're a fan of this and you want to have extra episodes, because if you were to have the Patreon, you'd be getting close to 16 episodes a month,
Yeah.
plus the chance to win a graded card.
Yeah.
So it'd be well worth it if you're enjoying the show.
Sounds great.
But we just got to build it a little bit so people actually want to do that. But
yeah.
anyway, that's what's coming this season. Trying to take everything to that next level.
Yeah.
So, because the season's about to start, we have to get to our predictions.
Oh.
So, this will be written down in my notes app, and then at the end of the year, we'll run through and see what actually happened. Because some of these always do look worse in hindsight.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny because you'll do like, I remember last year my big transfer was Arsenal would get Ivan Toney. And that seems ridiculous now because he's in Saudi.
Yeah.
But at the
Things
time,
change.
I'm fairly sure Paper Talk was kind of confident we were getting him.
Yeah.
So I think I was going like with an easy bet, and then in hindsight, it actually looked stupid.
Yeah.
So you got to be so careful, but it's so hard to know.
Hindsight's 2020.
What we'll start with, I've got them in like a certain order. I think we'll start with transfers because that's kind of the newest thing.
Okay.
So an Arsenal transfer that is going to go down between now and the end of the window.
So is this
You don't have to be bold.
not bold?
You don't have to be bold.
I kind of want to do a bold one.
You can do a bold one.
Shall I do a bold? It doesn't really guarantee me points or whatever we get for this, but
If you go bold, I'll put in brackets a 2-pointer if you get it.
okay.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish.
Grealish for 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me what's going on there then.
I don't know. I've got a feeling that someone like Jack Grealish. I mean, it's hard now because he is a wildcard player, similar to Madueke. But I can see Martinelli moving on, and I can see Jack Grealish replacing because I don't think Jack Grealish is overly.
You think Martinelli's going to move on?
I think Martinelli might move on, and I think Jack Grealish will come in.
Okay.
I think we'll keep I think we discussed this last week. Keep Trossard, but I can see Jack Grealish being a shot in the dark. Like if I was going to do safe, I've got a safe bet in my head as well. But I mean, Jack Grealish is my wild card bet for a random transfer that we end up doing.
I must admit, I think if we weren't as in good a spot as we are this year, I could definitely see that.
Yeah,
It feels like if this was last year,
yeah,
Eddie would have got Grealish over the line on the last day.
yeah,
Because I think that they would probably take anywhere between 30 and 50 million for him now.
yeah.
Which
not
is
bad.
mad
Not bad.
for a top player who we were very desperate to get when he went to City.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would be, positionally and things like that, he gets it because he's come from that side
yeah,
and he's a very good player. His age group, things like that, I just don't see us doing it now.
no,
But whoever is out there, as far as, I think he said he wouldn't go back to Villa because there's like a personal issue with him, with family
yeah.
now.
He needs a move though.
I think if Tottenham were trying to get Eze and they're trying to get Morgan Gibbs White, that would be a great place for him.
That's the move.
I can't see him staying. He has to move on. There's a few English players: Sterling, Sancho, Grealish, and there's one more English lad that's looking for a new move. Can't remember who it is, but there's 4 of them that are actively looking,
Yeah,
and a lot of people are saying potentially Napoli for Grealish.
yeah,
I don't know. If this was any other year, I think that'd be a good signing and
Yeah.
I'd be into it. If I was any other team in the league that isn't Man City, Liverpool, or Arsenal,
yeah,
maybe Chelsea, I would be looking at him.
yeah.
If I'm Man United, I'd be looking at him.
100%.
If I'm anyone below that, I'd be looking at him. If they can get it done. And the problem with him is wages,
Yeah.
which might be why he ends up going abroad.
He may have to take a cut or at least go abroad.
Yeah. So you're going Grealish for 2 points, which I think is a mad one. We're going to gauge it by points. I'm going to call that a 3-pointer. I think if that happens, you deserve 3 points.
Okay.
I'm going to go Eze for 1 point.
Nice.
I'm playing it easy there.
Nice.
There's a lot of reports today as we record. There's a lot of reports saying that it looks like maybe the deal is about to get done before the Community Shield at the weekend, which seems like awful timing for Palace.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe it'll be like, well, let's do the deal and let him have the Community Shield.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what are the fans going to do with him? Are they going to cheer him because they're like, thank you for your service? I don't know if you're setting yourself up, so I can't see it being done this week. But the only thing I'd say, if anyone follows Arsenal Twitter law, Hand of Arsenal is the place to go. You got
Okay.
Ornstein's Bombers, you got Fabrizio's who's struggling.
Yeah.
You have a lot of these places. Hand of Arsenal has been spot on this whole transfer window.
Okay.
To a point where people think it's Andrea Berta's burner
Yeah.
and he's releasing information.
Could be.
I remember last week, he wrote, the release clause does include have an expiry date and it was coming to an end. The expiry date has happened.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know where it is now, but he wrote a tweet last night, basically said, Eze information going to hit mainstream tomorrow.
Okay. As in today.
Yeah, and then today he's reposted a few interesting ones, which is the release clauses. Do you know, I think he might have got rid of it. I think he's got rid of it,
Oh.
What
does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that
But
mean?
basically, he put out a a thing that basically said, yeah, that today something could move, and I've seen it all over Twitter that Eze and some other situations.
Eze's the one I want.
Yes. So I'm just looking at Twitter, and Ornstein has just said Al Hilal have just agreed a deal in principle for Darwin Núñez from Liverpool for 53 million, which we can get deep into the corruption of all of that.
There's a few things.
There is a lot wrong with that. But Eze, I'm going with Eze, yeah, and I think something is brewing. There has been conflicting reports that maybe Arsenal aren't looking at him anymore because left wing is probably more of a place we need, and he's not a natural left winger.
Yeah, but I mean, he has played there.
Yeah,
I think Eze's the one. Like, if I was being safe, Eze's the one that I think will happen, just based off of anytime certain names have sprung up with our link to us with transfers, they've kind of gone through, really. Like, I mean, Rodrigo was like a long shot, I think. I think that was just something that was generated online, a lot of it.
AFC Extra said Arsenal agree initial upfront payment with Palace. Discussions ongoing before the Community Shield. The Arsenal Pulse said expect big news on Eze in the mainstream media very shortly. So, and Saka put that picture up with Eze in the corner,
he did.
which again could be complete happenstance, but it seems very ironic.
I mean, I know they're both New Balance, but I mean, there's a lot of other people that wear New Balance that he doesn't have to.
Yeah, unless Eze was just the only guy in there, like that picture, but
Yeah.
it just seems odd. And I'm just going to... The other reason why I think we need him is, like I said earlier, I think it's that low block problem. The direct offensive contribution, shots plus key passes in the Premier League as of last season. So this is like a graph of basically... it's a comparison versus Premier League attacking midfielders, wingers over the season last year, over 1,620 minutes. So this is shots plus key passes.
Yeah.
This is per 90.
Mm.
In the top 5, number 1 is Saka with 13.
Mm-hmm.
Mohamed Salah is second with 12. Then with 11 is Palmer and Madueke.
Yep.
And then with also 11 is Eze.
Whoa.
Then it drops to Harvey Barnes, Jared Bowen, Rota, Diaz, Gakpo.
So we could potentially have 3 of the top 5 there.
Yeah, and I genuinely think there's been a concerted effort from Arsenal to try and shoot more. And
Yeah.
it sounds ridiculous, but the metrics of Madueke and Gyökeres is that basically they shoot.
Yeah.
If you saw the clip of Gyökeres, the only kind of time he touched the ball in that game the other night, he was trying so hard to turn and shoot under so much pressure.
Yeah.
He tries, and then he just lays it off, and zoom in, he has a shot.
Yep.
But it showed you his first thought is, can I shoot? Can
Yeah.
I shoot? Can I shoot?
He tried to make
Okay,
room.
he's going to go through the process 3 times before he passes it.
Yeah.
Whereas with Havertz, who I think is an unbelievable player, and if you actually look, recently I watched the comp of last year's goals and then some of pre-season. Havertz is a beast of a centre forward.
He is, yeah.
He's just not very greedy.
No.
If he had a better shot and maybe a killer instinct, he might be one of the best centre forwards of all time. If he could do that, but he can't. So when you watch it, his hold-up plays, stuff like it, the way he brings people in is unbelievable.
Yeah.
His work rate is unbelievable. And that's why Havertz has to be in our team. I just don't know how yet. And I'm sure Arteta has some kind of plan. But just watching it, yeah, you can't believe it. But with Gyökeres, he's the opposite.
Yeah.
Havertz is going to look at the ball. He's going to collect the ball and go, who can I bring into play?
Yeah.
Who can I bring into play? Who can I... Oh, I'm going to have to shoot. Gyökeres goes, shoot. I can't. Who can I bring into play?
Yeah.
And genuinely, that difference is what we've been looking for.
Can we not play with a 10 and a 9?
I genuinely think he's going to... I think people are saying, like, Odegaard's backup next year is going to be in Waneri. I think Havertz and Odegaard are going to share the 10 role.
Yeah.
Because I think Havertz as the 10 would be quite good.
Almost like Henry and Bergkamp-esque, like how they just play up top.
Yeah, because Odegaard goes beyond the forward, doesn't he? To close down.
Yeah.
So if him and Havertz already do that.
Yeah.
So he'd just be doing it with Gyökeres.
Yeah, just switch up.
So
Switch up the formation. Slightly.
Well, Havertz would just have to come from slightly deeper to go
Yeah.
close down. Whereas now he just shepherds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they've looked at that and gone, all right, well, we need to have way more shots and attempts per game. And they've gone and got Madueke and they've got Gyökeres, people that, like we just saw with our stats, in Eze, 10 plus key passes or shots per game.
Yeah.
We like, other than Saka, there's no one else on that sheet, by the way.
No.
No one comes into the top 20, 30. There's, the Southampton players with double players in there.
Yeah.
Arsenal have one, it's Saka.
Number 1.
So once he went down at Christmas,
Yeah.
that was 4 or 5 months without Saka.
Dropped off.
We're not having the shots per game.
A lot of crosses.
Yeah, and you get that horseshoe vibe. And also the other thing is what people forget is Gyökeres and Madueke are going to massively terrify defences to a point whether they're good or not are going to take men away from Saka.
Take the attention.
And
Spotlight.
we've seen when Saka's tripled up, he still scores.
Yeah.
What's he going to do when he's 1-on-1?
Yeah.
So there's a bounty of an effect. But whoa, dog break. So that is the now the dog has stopped barking. That is the transfer. So now it's the Premier League transfer of the season.
Ooh.
Like something. This could be bold. It can be very simple.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this: if you go Sesko in this, I'll give it still 2 points, even though it seems like. If we're listening to this in 12 months, this might not make any sense.
Yeah.
But Sesko is going to Newcastle and Man United. But every single day, it feels like there's a Ornstein bomber that he's going to one of them.
Yeah.
And it changes every day.
Seems likely one of them.
So, if you say Sesko is the transfer,
But you pick the team.
if you pick the team, you get 2 points. So the place, person, and team. I'm going to go, and I think this deserves a 3-pointer.
Okay.
I'm going Rodrigo
Oh.
to Liverpool.
Okay.
And I think that's 3 points. Yeah, I'm going with Rodrigo to Liverpool. I don't know. I just got a feeling they got something up their sleeve. I know they've already got way too much up their sleeve.
They're going for it though. I think they're going for it. They're solidifying their position in the league. I think.
And I'll get to that in my bold claim. Are they? But
Woo!
hey, that's a little teaser for how I'm going to go off later.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's mine. I don't have much to say. I just think Rodrigo is going to move, and I think it might be there.
I have a prediction for the league, but it has a knock-on effect to other teams, so it includes 2 other transfers.
Right.
So which one do I go with? Which one do I lead with? Because I could lead with a bolder one that is a knock-on from the more predictable one. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with the predictable one, but I'm gonna give it a team, and then I'm gonna explain my theory on the rest of it.
So,
I think Sesko to Newcastle.
okay, Newcastle. That's the 2 points because you got both.
So
And why do you think that's going to happen?
the other bits, I think, that will knock on from that. Sesko not going to Man United will lead them to another player, which you brought up a good point last night on what they need more than what I imagine they go for.
Yeah.
I think that'd be Isaac to Liverpool.
Yep.
Because of Sesko to Newcastle. But I also think, because Man United miss out on Sesko,
Any kind of centre forward, yeah.
I think they're going to grab Ollie Watkins.
Okay.
Because I think you made this point last night that Man United really need...
They need a 28 to 30-year-old centre forward who knows how to do it in the Premier League.
Teach them the ways. And I think Ollie Watkins to Man United, which is a bold prediction because it's kind of out of left field. But I'm gonna put the Sesko one down for Sesko.
He was the other English player that I was thinking of the 4 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it'd make a lot of sense because we just seen that Darwin Núñez looks like he's going to Al Hilal.
That'll lead to that, yeah.
What that means is that Al Hilal, who are also in bed with Newcastle's owners,
Yep.
are funding Newcastle's purchase of Isaac so they can get 150 million for Isaac, which means they can afford Sesko.
Yep.
It's all very corrupt. It's all very strange because they're funding their rivals.
Yep.
But they're funding their rivals because of the knock-on effect of Darwin goes there, Isaac goes there,
Yep.
and then Sesko goes there,
Yep.
which means Watkins goes there, which means Villa then go and buy a centre forward.
Yeah.
Now that's the really hard pick.
Yeah.
Because I think we can find that trail of crumbs
Yeah.
back to Aston Villa, who lose Watkins, who now have no centre forward. So who is at Villa? That would be a nice little conversation to quickly have. Is there anyone that springs to mind? They got Garnacho's been linked with them. Martinelli got linked with them yesterday, weirdly.
Yeah, would they...
Don't know. That one couldn't be a centre forward.
That's not their centre forward pick, but I mean, they are looking at... Who are they signing? There was someone that popped up yesterday who signed someone.
Gessan.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Strikers are on their table. Like Calvert-Lewin type?
I think that'd be a massive regression to go from starting last year in the Champions League with Johan Duran and Ollie Watkins
Yeah.
to starting this year not in Champions League, right?
No.
And
And they did a good run at it as
with
well.
Calvert-Lewin as your main centre forward.
Yeah, like another ageing English striker.
Because there's a couple that I think we can kind of discuss. There's a couple forwards floating. For example, Antonio hasn't been signed by West Ham, so he's a free agent. Callum Wilson's left Newcastle, but he's ended up at West Ham.
Yeah.
Is there a chance with Bournemouth getting absolutely pillaged, their back five is completely gone?
Yeah.
They're playing week 1 against Liverpool, who are buying everyone's forwards,
Mhm.
which is going to be very interesting how a brand new back five gets on against that Liverpool forward. Could Evan Nilsson be a good signing for Villa?
That to me feels like a Villa signing.
Yeah,
More so than Calvert-Lewin moving sideways.
There's 3 that I look at, and I think one of them might be pricing himself out, and the other 2 might be more possible. Evan Nilsson makes a lot of sense. I just don't know what Bournemouth do to rectify that.
Yeah, they're in a mess.
The other player for me is Moniz from Fulham.
Yeah.
And the other player is Wissa, who looks like, to me, he's trying to force a bigger signing.
Yeah.
Because I think Newcastle, what they want is to lose Isaac and Wilson and end up with Sesko and Wissa.
Yeah.
And if you keep Anthony Gordon, who is also linked to Arsenal, and Harvey Barnes, I think all of a sudden, even though you've lost Isaac and they're having an awful window,
you've got a strong base. Really.
all of a sudden they go, well, we're starting with Barnes, Gordon, and
Wissa.
Sesko.
Yeah.
But you got Wissa sat on the bench next to Murphy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you go, oh, okay. It's not, world beating, but it's not the drop off that you thought it could have been.
Well, with Isaac's kind of causing a lot of disruption at Newcastle. I think the fans have turned on him a bit. He doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
I think you have to dodge a bullet sometimes, regardless of how good someone is, and just kind of accept it and move on.
I think if they can sign Isak, if they sell Isak for like 140, they could get Sesko and Wissa done for that money. And to replace one player with 2, having lost Callum Wilson as well.
Yeah.
So if they lose Callum Wilson for free, which they did,
and
Sesko for 140, they can bring in a 22-year-old that every team in the world is after.
Yep.
Plus Wissa, who's a proven commodity in the Premier League.
Pretty strong.
All of a sudden, you go, ooh. But it goes back to what I was saying last week. If Wissa goes there, and Sesko goes there, and Villa go and get Evan Nilsson, every team outside the Big Six pillaged the next 12 teams, like we were talking about. All of a sudden, if Evan Nilsson was gone and Wissa was gone, Brentford would be out without their manager, their captain, Mbeumo and Wissa.
Yeah.
Bournemouth would be out their back five and their centre forward.
Yeah.
Fulham, if Moniz goes somewhere, their best centre forward.
Yeah. And I tell you who's not letting their players go that easily is Nottingham Forest.
Mr. Marinakis will not allow it because Mr. Marinakis. Anyway. Yeah, so for me, I think there's a knock-on effect there. I don't know who Villa end up with, but there has to be a train that ends at Villa.
Yeah. That's if Watkins does go to Man United. I mean...
Yeah, but I think if Sesko goes somewhere else, then Man United almost have to buy someone.
Yeah.
I personally don't think they do. I think with Cunha and Mbeumo, who are kind of like false nines, they're nearly nines. They could play 9 if you wanted. And then you have Xerxes and Højlund. And then you have Chido Obi.
Yep.
You got 5 forwards there. Why are you trying to buy Sesko for 95 million?
Yeah.
When they've got no midfield and it's just Casemiro, and they've brought in a manager who has a positionally, you cannot play Mainu in it.
No.
And that might be their best young player.
Yeah. That's the player they should be building everything around, really.
So when you look at it that way, you think, what? Ahmad? Now Ahmad's a wing back. Mainu's on the bench just to get Cunha Mount's there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players there, but they just haven't figured out a format.
That's what I mean. That's the last thing I think they need is a forward. I think it seems too many now, but if you are, it's got to be Watkins for 30+ million.
Yeah.
And I think if that doesn't, and if you do, then you can spend the other 60 million you're willing to spend on Sesko.
Yeah.
On Belieber from Brighton or someone from somewhere.
Yeah.
Go get someone. Douglas, Man United even been offered some kind of deal with Sancho. For Juventus wants Sancho, but they're willing to put Douglas Luiz and Vlahovic in.
Wow.
Yeah, and I looked at that thinking,
wow.
It might be. Was it Garnacho or was it? I swear they said it was Sancho for that, and I thought for Sancho.
Yeah. No.
But they really don't want Vlahovic or Douglas Luiz.
Okay.
But if I'm Villa,
yeah,
I'm looking at that going, wait a sec, we can't do a swap, but could we do 60 million or something for those 2 players?
That'd be good for Villa.
Vlahovic at Villa, and then you add Douglas Luiz back at Villa.
Oh, that's strong.
Even if you lose like a Morgan Rogers or someone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's strong. It's very strong.
We spent a lot of time on that. Anyway, so I've got Rodrigo for 3 to Liverpool, and you've got Sesko to Newcastle for 2. The next one is a bold Arsenal prediction for the season.
Ooh.
I've got a couple. I think if you're going to go player, I think it's hard to say he plays well. I think you've got to give like some kind of metric.
Yeah.
My metric is going to be that I'm going to go with Madueke. I've got a good feeling about Madueke. No, I don't want to go player, actually. I don't want to go player. I'm going to say my bold Arsenal prediction is we just make top 4.
Wow. So a negative base bold prediction.
Yeah, and how many points would you say that is?
Well, because you've had to take a hit there and...
2?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's an obvious shout.
No, it's not.
I think that's quite bold. It's not the craziest because of how good every other team is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say just to make the top 4. So I'm saying come 4th and it's tight.
Wow. Even with the strength we've added.
Yeah, but if you look at everyone else's, it's mad.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've been pretty much...
My bold league prediction is going to be just as mad, by the way. It's gonna be almost contradictory to that one.
But, I mean, considering, like, we've been almost the best team for, 3-4 seasons now? 3? And then we've added strength to that. We should be better. Like, we should do...
Should be, but...
I know everyone else is stronger, but, I mean, we've been strong.
I think as well, I think the middle of the table and the bottom of the table being a lot weaker
Yeah.
could be beneficial to people like Gyökeres, Madueke,
Yeah.
that do like to pick off on smaller teams.
Get some goals.
That we could rack up some big results against some teams.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be how we perform in those big ones. But I wonder if we haven't lost to a Big Six side in 3 years.
No.
I wonder if he reverts back to what he's been doing, which is like, let's be awkward.
Yeah.
You know, Gyökeres comes off, Havertz is on.
Mm.
You know, Martinelli's on the wing, tracking back.
Yeah.
You know, do we revert to that against the Big Six? Because I do think the fine margins this year is going to be the Big Six against each other.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are going to beat up on the smaller teams this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a bigger gap. Is it time for my bold
bold Arsenal prediction.
My bold Arsenal prediction is slightly opposite to yours, I think. It's
Win the league.
Arsenal get 100 plus points.
Oh. 100.
So 100 and above.
Yeah. I'm going to give you 5 for that if you get that.
I don't necessarily mean that might not win us the league,
Yeah, that's mad.
but I think we'll get 100 plus points. I'm hoping we win the league.
I think that's honestly madness. Yeah.
I got a little crazy this year.
Yeah, I think you're always very optimistic about the season.
Yeah.
I'm very pessimistic towards the season. I don't... If there is a year where I think someone could get 100 points, I think it is this year.
Yeah.
Because like what I just said, I think there's about 13 teams that the top 4 are going to beat up on.
Mm.
I don't know who those 4 are,
Yeah.
but I think someone might get a rhythm and it'll be quite apparent within like the first 2 or 3 months that we're all going, oh, it's their year.
Yeah.
Because we did issue with Liverpool. Everyone, like, after 3 months, was like, it's Liverpool's year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone else dropped off and you could just feel it. I wonder. Because we've got that awful start. We've got the first, 6 games are just as bad as last year's.
Yeah.
Opta put it as, last year we were the second worst after Wolves. This year they have us the first worst start.
Wow.
We are the worst start.
I think we're going to surprise people.
But there's 2 ways of looking at it. When there's no momentum, you could really... Like last year, what happened was we couldn't get any momentum. We exhausted ourselves in 6 games. Got a load of injuries, got a load of red cards, got less points than we wanted because it's hard.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you can never get going, and then those international breaks really break it up.
Yeah.
Because I know Simon's a big component of... You got to play everyone, so why not do it early?
Yeah.
And I get that, because you play them early, you might... No one's in rhythm.
Get a head start.
You might get lucky. But also, you can never get real rhythm because every week's like a cup final.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, when you get to Burnley at home after the 8th game, let's say, all of a sudden the players are go in with that negative, nervous energy.
Yeah.
And it takes them a while, and then Burnley go 1 up, and there's a panic, and you go, oh yeah, we don't have to play like this. We can play like us. And then all of a sudden you get a good couple months.
Yeah.
But you might have a couple stragglers in there, a couple losses. So I don't know, but that hard start, I don't know where we're going to sit. But I've got us having a bit of an odd season.
I feel like we're going to come unscathed at the beginning. I think we're going to get through it strong.
You're mad. So I have a bold league prediction.
Okay.
And it is, and I'll explain afterward, Liverpool underperform. You'll see when I do my top 4.
Okay.
I'm going to say 2 points on that. I don't think that's mad to say, but I guess it is quite mad to say at this point.
Yeah.
With how the business they've done. This is my issue. And I got into a long argument with Elton Prince. because he disagrees heavily. I think people are putting them as like they've had come to be the best transfer window.
Yeah.
I've seen all the people do the S tier, A tier. Arsenal, City, Chelsea all in the A tier, and there's a couple others. Newcastle right at the bottom, and everyone else is kind of milling around the middle, except for Sunderland. We all think they've done good business.
Yeah.
Which I think they have. Then right at the top, in their own S tier, is Liverpool.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then I ask you why. And this is where I get unravelled.
Yeah.
They were unbelievable last year.
Yeah.
And they were unbelievable because they were the best team.
Yep.
But they had very minimal injuries. Everyone around them had injuries.
Yep.
And they overperformed their XG.
Yep.
They overperformed field tilt. They overperformed their age. All these things. Brand new manager. None of it made sense, but they did it.
Yeah.
That can't happen twice.
No.
So either they're going to get more injuries or other teams are not going to get the injuries.
Yeah.
So they're going to be more competitive this year. So therefore, they have to improve. Which everyone goes, oh, they've improved massively.
Yeah.
And here's the bit I get confused at. Alisson's in goal. He's one of the best goalies in the country. He's probably the best goalie in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Their right back was Trent.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't fully trust him because defensively he was awful, but he was very good going forward.
Yeah.
They found the only fullback in world football who's worse defending than him, but he's great going forward. He's, if not better than Trent going
He
forward.
can cause problems.
But defensively, he's worse than Trent.
Yeah.
On the left side, they bring in Kirkes, who's kind of going to replace Robertson, who made some mistakes last year. Kirkes is Premier League proven,
Yep.
and he's very good.
Yeah.
Don't think he's great. I think he's a very good fullback. Their centre-backs next year are Kanate, who's in his last year of his deal, and we don't know if he's going to leave yet. And then a 34-year-old Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Do you know who their backups are to that?
There's not many.
Nobody.
No.
They have Joe Gomez, and he's just ruptured his ACL.
Oh my god.
He's out for the season.
And Van Dijk is not going to hold it together this season.
No, they're saying he is. They're saying people. Lewis said Thiago Silva plays till he's like 40. Yeah, I get it. But he's also done his knee and stuff randomly in that time, and he goes down with hamstrings a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's only amount of time you can load your body up at that age.
Yeah.
And I know they also have the ball a lot, but they also play very chaotic football. The team stretch him, and he has to run back. The reason he doesn't get run past is because he runs backwards to the goal and then lets you shoot.
Yeah.
That's why you can't get past him.
Yeah.
Eventually, running backwards like that, he's going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
The other guy doesn't want to be there, Kanate. Okay, so now let's jump into their midfield. They've got a nice looking midfield now. They've got McAllister, they've got Gravenberg. Gravenberg's playing out of position at the 6.
Yeah.
McAllister kind of double pivots with him.
Yeah.
And then usually they have Szoboszlai, who had an unbelievable season. They brought in Wirtz to be better than Szoboszlai, which by football Twitter and the world, we all naturally go, yeah, Wirtz is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Of course he is. But also, we don't know. There's no player that's ever really transitioned, ever, from Germany to England.
No.
So we're assuming this guy they're buying from the Bundesliga is going to be able to put it together week on, week out in a title challenge immediately.
Yeah.
As a number 10, who this team hasn't played with an out-and-out number 10 for 7 years.
Yeah.
So they've got to change the whole structure for this guy.
New manager, new tactics.
They've got to play with... They haven't had a number 10 since Coutinho. That's why
Yeah.
they could get rid of him, and that's why they could pay for all this, apparently. And in the left side, they got Luis Diaz.
Yep.
Sold.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, on the right, they got Salah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. 34.
Yeah, you can't keep
I don't actually know how old he is.
He can't keep having seasons like last season,
No.
that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's going to produce, but he is older. At some point you're going to go, oh, surely he's going to have games off. Who's his backup? Chiesa, who's leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, on the other side, so instead of Diaz, they've now got Gakpo.
Yep.
Gakpo was great.
Yeah.
Up front, they've got Etikite. He's now replacing Darwin.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have Jota, obviously, for sadder reasons. Okay, so that's our front three is Gakpo, Etikite, Salah,
Yeah.
with no backups.
Yeah. Nothing.
Then they're bringing in Isaac. So Etikite now becomes the backup to Isaac.
Which I'm sure he didn't go there to be.
Sounds great. But to spend 400 plus million in the summer, and you have that many holes in your squad, it looks like Harvey Elliott is now going to... where was it?
It's abroad.
Leipzig.
Leipzig.
You've got Curtis Jones still there. You've got Endo. You've got Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
That's a backup 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a big drop off though.
Yeah, it is. It's not the same.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai
For that money, that's not the same.
If we went to Anfield and they're playing Endo, Szoboszlai, and Jones, I'd feel much better about that whole situation. They've got 2 good fullbacks either side. Mm-hmm. We've talked about their strengths and qualities, and that. Kwanzaa's gone. Centre backs, if they go down, that's it.
Yeah.
Endo will be playing centre back.
Yeah.
Wingers, Salah has to play every 3 days, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's also why, one, I think they're bringing in Rodrigo.
Yeah, true.
I think they're gonna spend up to 600 million by the end.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. They have to at this
But
point.
what my issue is, I don't think they've bought badly. This is what I want to get across because this is where we had the argument. We didn't buy badly. I just think having spent $500 million,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have so many holes in your squad.
No, you should. It should be pretty much exactly what you need your squad to look like. Yeah.
Like if at the end of this it was Gakpo and Diaz one side, Salah and, for the sake of this, Rodrigo in some capacity. So
Yeah.
Diaz. So you had 4 wingers in Gakpo, Diaz, Rodrigo, and Salah.
Yeah.
Then you had Isaac and
Yeah.
Darwin, or Etikita and Darwin.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to spend quite much because
Yeah.
otherwise we're spending a lot more money.
Yeah.
And then in the middle you kept Harvey Elliott, which they still might, but you bring in maybe another holding mid, like a Belieber from Brighton, that kind of cleverness.
Yeah.
And then you bring in a centre back.
Yeah.
Maybe you need probably 2 centre backs,
add some depth to the squad, quality depth,
a couple centre backs. They brought in a good keeper as a backup keeper.
kind of like we did.
Yeah. Then I go, yeah, well, they've done unbelievable and they're going to only be better. But I just worry. Like, I don't worry because 2 years ago they had this exact issue where they had 3 key injuries and their season fell apart.
Yeah.
They were playing children because they had to. Their backup is literally 16-year-olds that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And I know they got Rio that's now scoring unbelievable goals in the preseason. But it's a lot to put on that pressure. We don't want to put pressure on Dalman or Nwaneri yet.
No, you don't want to have to.
So you have to have Madueke's ahead of him and Martinelli's and Trossard's
Yeah.
and stuff. And that's for depth. We have depth now.
Yeah.
And we're people that are considered not to have good enough depth.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if they had the key injuries we had last year, which would be the equivalent of them this year losing for 6 months, all of these. 6 months no Salah. 6 months no Isaac. 6 months no McAllister. 6 months no Verts.
Yep.
6 months no Kanate.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's a lot.
If those all go out for 6 months at different times, what happens?
I tell you what, you made a very compelling argument.
That's my theory. Like I said, I know people are going to bite my head off and say, how could you think they bought badly? I don't think they bought badly. I think the players they brought in are very good.
Yeah.
I also think they're not going to be as good. Like, Vert at that much money, he has to be involved in 20 plus goals or assists.
Oh, he does. He has to be top of the
Goal
list.
involvements.
Yeah.
Isaac has to have minimum 20 goal involvements.
Yeah.
Otherwise, these are you have to say they're bad buyers.
They failed, yeah.
Whether you have to hit the ground running. When you're in title challenges now, we're held to that standard,
Yeah.
so they must.
Yeah.
So Odegaard's held to that standard. He was bought for 30 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, our players are held to different standards. We've learned that now.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. I think the players they bought are very good.
Yeah.
I just think their squad building tactic has been very poor for the amount of money they've spent.
It's not been smart, no.
They might get lucky and get no injuries this year, blitz everyone, and that team is really aggressive, attacking, and fun to watch.
Well, if you're going to win the league, that's what you're banking on.
Yeah.
No injuries, no bad luck, and everything just
But every
clicks.
other team is banking on it in the sense that they're buying
Yeah.
depth.
Yeah.
So in case it happens, they don't seem to care.
No. They're just doing what they want.
So who knows? What is your bold prediction? Mine's Liverpool to underperform for 2 points. Yours is
Man United get relegated.
I'm going to give you 5 points again.
If I get all these, then I'm smashing it. But, I mean, they came close this season. They haven't really got stronger. They still look messy. There's problems behind the scenes and on the field. Unless their players really get it together, because it is the players. The players have been a lot of the issue. Is there's unrest and there's a lot of egos, even though they haven't earned anything yet.
Yeah.
I think if I was a Man United fan, I'd be really concerned. Like I wouldn't see much hope on the horizon. It's not. I mean, the players are good. Like when you name the players, like you did earlier, I'm a fan of a lot of those players. I think they're all very good. But there's a deep, deep problem at Man United, not just on the field, but behind the scenes. I think it translates, and I think I think in the world we're in now, where we always use the saying FIFA's gone too long. I think it has. I think the world is FIFA's gone too long, and I think a team like Man United can get relegated now, and I think the teams coming up could cause a few problems. That's the only plus that Man United have, is that the teams coming up could just go straight back down again.
Okay.
That's like this last season just gone. That was the only reason they didn't go down. I feel in the end is a lot of the teams that came up weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And in the past, we've had the teams from the Championship.
But if they were better, would Man United have got it together more? Did they start downing tools when they got to the Europa Cup final and they started putting more... When they realised they couldn't make Europe, they started just concentrating on Europe?
Yeah, that definitely comes into it. But I do think if Championship teams come up and really pose a threat in the league, like they used to. Like we used to have teams come up and they just stick in place, and they do quite well.
This isn't going to be my bold prediction because I've done it. I actually think Man United are going to overperform this year.
Oh, okay.
I think Amarin's going to be still in the job. I think Cunha is going to be their top goal scorer.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a lot more tolerable to watch.
Okay.
And next week I'll have Bruno Esdanzo on the website on the podcast to talk all things previewing Man United Arsenal.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting to that next week. But that's interesting. I'll bring that up to him next week.
Yeah, please.
The next ones are all 1-pointers.
Okay.
And we're going to quick fire a couple of these.
Okay.
Golden Boot.
Woo! Oh my god, there's some options. If certain players are moving clubs with the potential to... Oh, man.
I'm going to go Haaland. I think people are just forgetting about Man City and Haaland.
Man City have really been on the back burner. Like,
No one's talking about it.
they're not doing anything crazy. They're making some little signings here
That
and there.
Cherky guy is going to be a nightmare.
They do that. They buy players that you don't 100% know what
That's another one. It's like they buy these like Mamouche and Cherky and
they're not flashy, but
Savinho. And they buy these players that we don't guarantee are going to perform in the league.
no.
And they just take a guess
Yeah.
that they're going to be fine.
Yeah. And they just slot in.
And usually they are because City are so good. Anyone would be good.
Yeah. All they got to do is just receive the ball and let
Yeah.
the ball go. Like,
So who's your Golden Boot?
I'm gonna. So I've got two options here, and it depends how the season goes. But I'm gonna be positive and say go Chris. Do you know what? My second one was gonna be Havertz,
Yeah, don't do that.
but I'm gonna go Chris.
Golden Gloves.
David Raya. 3 in a row.
That'd be mad.
I think this is our season.
Do you want to hear a bold claim?
Yeah.
I think Kepa will be our starting goalie by the end of the year.
Oh, we have done that before. We bring a goalie in and end up taking over.
That's what they do. He's had a strange preseason, Raya. I'm going to go Allison.
Nice.
Top 4. So I'm going to go,
In order?
yes, City,
Okay.
Chelsea,
Hmm.
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Nice.
To go with what I was kind of saying. City top, Chelsea second, Liverpool third, Arsenal fourth. I think the top 3 is going to be a title race up until like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be a distance fourth, and we'll be competing with Sesko's Newcastle.
Mm.
And we're going to get so sick of Gyökeres and Sesko comparisons.
Yeah.
And did Arsenal buy the wrong one and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
I think that's the deal. That's me.
Okay, I'm going to go in order. Arsenal.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Liverpool. Chelsea.
I think everyone in the world seems to be agreeing that the top 4 is those 4 teams.
They're strong.
Naturally, one of them's not going to be what we expect.
Yeah, because there
That's
is
how
other
I
teams sniffing around.
Yeah. And then the bottom 3,
Ah.
I'm going to go... The teams that come up, I think Burnley are going to stay up.
Mm.
Leeds is a toughie. Sunderland. I think it's going to be Wolves,
Ooh.
Leeds, Sunderland.
Okay.
I know Sunderland bought well. I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to put Wolves dead bottom.
Okay.
Wolves dead bottom, Leeds second, then Sunderland just in, and they're going to fight with Brentford to be in there.
Okay. I'm going to go Man United.
Of course.
Everton.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. New stadium.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be... It's going to be a celebration.
So sad.
Yeah, I just have a feeling. Sunderland.
Okay. Interesting. First sacking.
Ooh.
Slot.
Based on that theory,
First
maybe.
sacking.
I mean, because a sacking can come, like... It can come quick or it can come deep into a season. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I was gonna go for one, but it feels too quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna stick with it because I've gone crazy with these predictions. I'm just gonna go with it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Thomas Frank.
At Tottenham.
Yeah. I feel like they're...
I think he's going to have him proper going.
I think he is, but I've been bold with a lot of my stuff, and I feel like that I want to go bold.
Yeah. I'm going to go Vitor Pereira,
Mm.
who, if you don't know,
Wolves.
is the Wolves manager. Yeah, and that's just going based on I think they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And a little word on what is success for Arsenal this season. This is what I want to do. This is your entry level to what you think is acceptable as success
Okay.
for you, because success for everyone is different. For example, I thought last year was a successful season. I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
I was just chuffed we got second and we had such a fun time in Champions League.
Yeah.
As a fan, especially with the amount of injuries and stuff that had gone on. So to me, it was a successful season.
Yeah.
To a lot of other people, it was not.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying Arteta must deliver a trophy this year, whatever it is. Otherwise, he's out. There's certain standards. Some people are saying he has to win the league or he's out. So this is your entry level to, at the end of the year, you can go, I'm fine with that.
So, the thing I've enjoyed most about Arsenal in the last 3 seasons is we've gradually progressed further and further in Europe and in the Premier League. So each season we've upped it. We've gone up a step on the ladder. I think the last step on the ladder is to win one of those. I don't think it's like trophy or out, because I think that's ridiculous. I think the amount of progression we've made and how quickly we've made it, you can't just get a trophy. Like it's not that easy. There's only certain teams that can win trophies.
Yeah, it's not many.
We've progressed each season bit by bit. We've gone up levels. We've leveled up. I think this season is the one to, with all the moves we made, to actually grab either the Champions League or the Premier League. So I think success for me this season
Would be going the distance in one of them.
Yeah, we have to win the Premier League or the Champions League and at least maintain or go further in the other one. Which, I guess, by saying that, means we win the Premier League and get to the Champions League final, at least. I think that's progression.
Okay, so I'll put win Premier League or Champions League, with the other being final or second.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's quite high. That's your entry level of success this year. So if let's say at the end of the year we go out the Champions League early, we don't win any of the trophies, and we come fourth.
That is the opposite.
Are you
success.
looking then? Would you personally? I know you're not a manager out kind of person. Depending on how it happens as well.
Yeah.
It's so tough, isn't it? Because if it could be down to the manager, like if we are at the end of the season going, he's so stubborn, he won't change it. It's quite clear what will help.
Yeah. You have to then move on to someone else. You have to move beyond what he's built and go further.
I think if you listen to all these bold predictions, Joe and I see football very different. My version of success is to go one further, so a final in the European trophy.
Yeah.
So, and top 4.
Okay.
Basically, what we did this year, but get to a final.
Yeah.
I genuinely deem that as my entry level of what I'd be happy with this year.
Okay.
Even though, trajectory-wise, we should be going that next level and winning a trophy.
Yeah.
And not just winning a trophy, we need to win one of the big trophies. Because I do think if we deliver a Premier League or a Champions League this year,
Yeah.
all that media nonsense that we come with us goes.
Yeah. All the work was
We'll be left alone.
Yeah, the work was for something. We earned something.
I think if we don't want more, we're going to end up sacking Arteta simply to avoid the noise.
Yeah.
Because they won't be able to handle the noise. And I don't know who takes over from that. And I don't know what era that goes into. And I don't know whether Saka and people like that want to stay with
It gets messy after that.
So this year, I do genuinely believe is a bit of a make or break.
It's do or die.
It's do or die, I think, for Arteta and this era of Arsenal.
Yeah.
The next era could be even better.
It could be.
It could be a horrific drop-off.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to enjoy it. And that's why success for me is top 4 and another European run. I had so much fun this year. And I genuinely believe if we hadn't had the injuries, or we had made a centre-forward signing in January, that we win the Champions League.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's really frustrating because
Really.
obviously that Inter team we could have beaten. But PSG, we were 1 goal off of it.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that everything they hit went top bins. And everything we hit, Donnarumma had 7-foot arms.
Yeah.
And then you watch him in the World Cup final against Chelsea and you even hit the ball near him, it went in.
Yeah.
So it was very hard to take. But
We've been nearly for 3 seasons.
for me, so what I'm saying is my entry level is top 4 in a European distance. I think deep down I know we have to win something big.
Yeah. Yeah, to win one of them. And at least be consistent in the other.
But this season's going to be very interesting, guys. And please jump along with Gunners R Us. We're Gunners R Us podcast on TikTok. We're dropping daily pack openings from Blasters, looking for a 1-of-1 with Peppercorn Sports Cards over on the TikTok, as well as news and information for Arsenal this upcoming season. So we're hitting 2 videos a day on TikTok. And here on iTunes and Spotify, give us a 5-star review. Let your friends know about it. Sign up to our Patreon when it is available. It is there. I think you'll find it. Oh, yeah. But there's nothing going on yet. And in the next couple of weeks, I'll have it all set and I'll let you know. And try and build this community. If you're a listener of this and you know anyone that could listen to this, send them the link.
Yeah, do it.
Help build this thing up for
us.
So we can get you more content and go do some cooler things. Also, check out Simon. He was on the Overlap it's today it dropped. So check that out. Listen to Gunners R Us podcast in the future. But we'll be back next week with the Man United preview. Let's enjoy Villarreal tonight. Yeah. And we'll be back next week. Bye.